So I have tried to photograph Christmas many times and you know it comes out all right, but nothing really special. You get the stock pictures if you like, you know, the opening presents round a Christmas tree. You can go to Christmas markets and try and photograph them, but I always find them too cluttered, too many people. We're in grey England, so it's normally grey and cloudy. So this year I thought I'd try it a little bit different and do Christmas night photography. So we have come to beautiful London to do this task, and behind me there you can probably see all the twinkling lights. That's Regent Street. All right, so we're going to walk around Regent Street, Oxford Street, and I don't know, wherever else in London, and just try and get some really creative and good night photography mixed with Christmas lights. So I'm not really sure about what I'm going to photograph. I've not got really any initial ideas, except for we've got these lovely Christmas lights in the middle of London. So all that needs to be done now is to walk around and try and get some decent shots. Fingers crossed, let's go. So we are carrying on walking down Regent Street, and there's this side road here. It's called Carlton Street actually, and I quite liked it. Obviously there's different types of angels, so it's the theme of the Christmas lights in London, I think, is like angels floating in the air, and I really like them. So I stood in the middle of the road because it's a dead end, and I got my friend Aaron over there who's out photographing with me. I got him to stand in because I wanted some scale into the picture. All right, took the shot. I think it looked all right. Again, we've got to get back to the studio and have a proper look at it, but it looks all right. As I'm doing that, this big car with a big loud engine pulls up behind me. He wants to come down the street. He's come down the street, turned around, parked it right in the middle of the street. It's a Subaru. It was like a fancy fast Subaru car. So I took photographs of the car in the same position as where Aaron was, with the lights in there. Ultra wide angle again. I think it came out all right. Initial looking, I think I like the one with Aaron in it more. You know, like the body. I think that looks quite good. It gives it scale. But it was just interesting. The car comes along, I'm taking pictures, he got out of the car, he's taking pictures, looked at it, swapped Instagram and all that kind of stuff. So it was quite good fun. Let's see how it comes out. As far as the settings, let's have a look. Again, I was just on aperture priority, f2.8, gave me 1/40th of a second, ISO around about 640. I took a few different shots, changing the focus point and reframing, because your focus point gets the metering as well, and when you have to be quick like that, a good way to bracket the shots, if you like, is to focus on an angel, on the body, you know, and different places in your scene. Obviously it's got to be where you want it to be sharp, the focus point. That gives you a variation of exposures just in case, right? I didn't have the time to put the tripod up, didn't have the time to do exposure tests, so it was just a matter of aperture priority, f2.8, and yeah, just taking a few different shots, and fingers crossed one's come out all right. So now let's go and take some more pictures, but before we do, let me take this opportunity to tell you about the courses that we run over at the schoolofphotography.com. If you want to learn photography properly, and I mean properly, come over and join the tens of thousands of students that are currently learning with us right now all over the world. We've got courses in photography, Lightroom, Photoshop, studio lighting, wildlife photography, macro photography, landscape photography, loads and loads of stuff. We've got loads of freebies over at the schoolofphotography.com as well, so you can try before you buy. So if you want to learn photography properly, come over and see us at the schoolofphotography.com. Right, let's go and look for some more Christmassy pictures. So I have just took an absolutely wicked shot, but I am putting my hands on the table here. It's a classic Instagram shot of Regent Street at Christmas, okay? It's the one when you stand in the middle of the street, you've got the angel above you, and then you've got buses streaking either side, all right? But it came out really well. I'm really pleased with it. I could tell you know it's an absolute classic Instagram shot, because as we was walking up and down here, there was, I don't know, about 10 tripods along the middle of Regent Street. So there you go. All I did was figure out the shutter speed that I needed to get the right blur of the buses, which was about 2.5 seconds. I put it on shutter speed priority, ISO 100, and I let the camera do the rest. And then I just waited really for buses to come either side of me. The other thing I did, and I'm not sure if it's going to work, was I got Aaron, my photography friend over there, to stand in the middle as well, and I took a shot of that because I may well mask him in. I think if I can get that right, I think it will look really cool, but again, I won't know until I get back to the studio and give it a go, okay? Now, it started to rain a little bit. I do want to take one more shot, which I kind of had in my head as I was walking up Regent Street, but it was too busy at that time. So I do want to try and take one more shot. We're going to go and give that a crack. If not, and if it starts to rain, we're going to go home, all right? But hey, let's go and see if we can get that last shot before we go home. So that last shot didn't work, right? Partly because I just had this idea, I thought it was going to work, it didn't work. And the other reason was I was waiting ages for a bus. It came along, and just before I was ready to take the shot, some guy came and stood right in front of me with his phone and started to take a picture in front of me. But it didn't matter, it just wasn't meant to be, and it's what happens when you shoot up London, I'm afraid. There's just lots of people about. Anyway, that's the end. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, you know what to do. Please support us. Like the video, give us a comment, share it with your friends, and if you want to learn photography properly, come over and see us at theschoolofphotography.com. Don't forget, we've got tens of thousands of people all over the world learning photography with us right now, and you could be the next one. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want to learn photography properly, come over to theschoolofphotography.com.